For the moment, we're going to tackle markets, and they are somewhat unruffled by all this talk.
Oh, yes, and once again, the mid-cap index is up about 1%. And in fact, now it makes for that move from that capitulation day. The Nifty Junior is almost up 7.5%. And the mid-cap index is up almost 7%. That's the kind of gains that we have seen in those 2 weeks since that capitulation day, and the kind of gains that's the mid-cap, that's the Nifty Junior over 7 day, and that's the mid-cap index over last 7 days. So yes, the Nifty has not moved much, but beneath the surface, the portfolios are getting repaired. Ashwani Gujral and Mitesh Thakkar back with us. Rajat Bose also joining us. Ashwani, is there a trade on the index, or is it going to be about individual stocks today? Because the mid-cap index is up 1%. Your thoughts?
Well, if we had to make a fresh low, I think we would have made it by now. And I would think that whatever little decline we've seen is a corrective decline. And particularly financials are doing fairly well. So both Nifty and Bank Nifty, now the Nifty stop is hardly 50 points, Bank Nifty maybe 100. But I think there will be further short covering in case Friday's high is getting crossed. And market breadth is opening up. I think mid caps should again continue to outperform for the entire day because they were like totally cleaned out. So maybe you'll have more upside before they kind of top out. Individual stocks, Repco Home is a buy with a stop of 367, target of 384. Adani Power is a buy with a stop of 48, target of 54, and JSPL is a buy with a stop of 162, target of 174.
Okay. Well, you have to say that there's a decent amount of rally. Now, it is 1% on the mid-cap index. Mitesh, good morning again. What are you trading?
Good morning, Lata. I think my idea is that mid-caps will outperform, a point which I highlighted in the morning as well, and large caps might just consolidate or give up some gains. So I have one sell on the large cap stocks, that's HDFC Bank. Breaking below key averages, sell with a stop at 2090, look for declines to about 2050 zones. And a buy on IGL with a stop at 292 for targets of 305.
Okay. Have you taken a look at sales charts, Mitesh? I mean, among many things, the metal stocks have had a good time, and SAIL seems to have had a very good month of March.
That's right, Lata. It's been on the recommendation list for the last few days, around 48, 48 and a half. I was looking at target around 51.5, 52, but I think eventually 55, 56 could be tested.
Okay, well, Rajat Bose is also joining us. By the way, a couple of these stocks like ICICI Lombard are just surging now. Fresh 52-week high on ICICI Lombard. It's a 5% rally, and it's already given you about 20% returns this year. So it's had a terrific run. Rajat, hi, good morning. What are the stocks on your radar today?
I'm actually trading housing finance stocks. Primarily the great momentum that is there is IGL Housing, because 20 minutes back when I sent the recommendations to your guest desk, it was at 683 and now it is 696, 97. So I have to change the stop loss to 685, and my target would be 712 and 717 for IGL Housing. Canfin Home, this was rallying initially much better, but now it's a little bit stagnant, but 283.45 would be my stop loss, 292 and 295 are the two targets. And finally Sun Pharma, stop loss below 448, 456 and 459.50. One statistic I would like to highlight that has been giving a lot of indications in the recent past, that is in the NSE 500 now 253 stocks are up by more than 1%, only 18 are down by 1%. This has generally led to a second up reversal, so one should be a bit wary of this runaway rally in the mid caps today, and profit taking mid course should be in order and strict stop losses be maintained.
Okay, that's useful advice.
Yeah. By the way, that number of stocks hitting 52-week high and low, now 29 stocks at 52-week high, and the number of 52-week lows down to 28. From
From 466 was your number.
That number. And that is where some of these things in the market, this is why the history, comes important. The greed and fear factors remain the same, and that's why the market keeps, rewarding those who approach some of these traditional metrics. Looking at the advanced decline, looking at the stock setting 52-week low. You had reached a stage where practically, 60,
fear dominated too much.
Was at 52-week low, and from that point, you've seen this big recovery in the market now.
Okay, I just wanted to ask one more stock, Ashwini. Capital First, is there, more gains to be made in that stock? It quite clearly put a bottom, that one, about a few weeks back.
I think almost all NBFCs put in a bottom few weeks back, but Capital First has not shown the kind of momentum that other NBFCs have shown. But overall, I think it's headed towards 690, 700. I think 450, 470 is now a level which may not get breached.
Okay, by the way, just look at Ashok Leyland's chart. That's seeing a big bounce now intraday. Other than that...
Even Ipca Labs, right? I mean, that stock has, in the month of February, just broken out of its range and it's now at a new 52-week high.
Yes, the point on Ashok Leyland is that, the sales numbers not looking terribly good, but still the market wanting to buy that now, and that one's at the high point. V-Guard, making this point, V-Guard stock at the last quarter's numbers, after that, the kind of move that it had, that was, of course, also on very low volumes. And now just see a 3-month chart of V-Guard. The last 1 week, 2 weeks, especially the kind of gains that you've seen in the stock. Voltas almost had the same. That's V-Guard's chart. It fell from 234 all the way down to 185. I think on the result day, there was a bit of panic. It had gone to 180. But after that, it was a sharp reversal in the stock. Voltas as well. I think it's been a sharp reversal after the kind of results that it came out with. So, a lot of these names, blue chips, seeing quite a bit of buying.
Okay, there you are, the Voltas chart, 3-month chart. All right, gentlemen, thank you very much for joining us. We need to take a break on that note. Up next, we're going to be joined by someone who can give us a different kind of color on auto sales. Manish Singhania, the Honorary Secretary of the Federation of Automobile Dealers Association, joins in to talk about the state of demand in this sector.